What up, my freaks? RuinouSinsight here with part 35 of my Total Warhammer 3 modded Belegar Ironhammer campaign. So as we saw last time, Belegar Ironhammer went north to Mount Silverspear, where he destroyed the last settlement belonging to Clan Rictus. Looks like this menace will be gone for good, and then it'll be on to the Crooked Moon and to the Armor of SKALDOUR, which we've been waiting for. Also, this will give us casualty replenishment, treasury, and the public order bonuses, so can't wait for all of that. This is going to be very, very helpful if we can manage to pull it off. In addition to that, we've completed our recruitment of more Outriders with grenade launchers, 3 more cannons, more Thunderers with grudge rakers, and are also just about to start recruiting both gyrocopters and and iron drakes. Actually, speaking of, the gyrocopters are coming in from the eastern border princes, so we're going to take you back briefly to Masters of Steel and Stone in order to increase that recruitment cost reduction, though it won't be Constructor Furrowbrow that does it. Alrighty, so let's see what we've got going now. First of all, Belegar, I guess you're going to go after Mr. Trab here. He's probably going to run, but can he run far enough away to escape you, is the question. He's not in fact going to run, so it doesn't matter. Alright, we're gonna auto-resolve this. It's not much, and I'm hoping that we don't get too badly hurt for it. Let's see. 36 units lost, that's fine. And 1,000 gold, definitely worth our time. Faction destroyed Clan Rictus, sad though it may be. Only sad because of the defeat trait once again, but better than nothing. Now, you, Belegar, you are not able to move into March stance, eh? Well, I mean, you are, but you can't reach the World's Edge Archway, unfortunately. Which is a little bit odd. I mean, we could go into encamp stance. Why doesn't it increase our movement? Is Belegar really at the max of his movement range already? It feels like he's not. It could also be that March stance will change to increase to get to World's Edge Archway, because it would be nice not to have to deal with it. Alright, you know, let's risk it. March to... okay, it did work, Good. Alright, you're going to move up here then, Belegar. And then that means next turn you'll be able to reinforce in the fight for the armor for SKALDOUR. Or not reinforce so much as send your army in. Burnoth, you're going to attack the World's Edge Archway. And we'll send Thorgrim to the high place. Alright, decisive victory. It's a bunch of garbage, so we'll auto-resolve this. And yeah, a little bit of units lost, but nothing major. We're gonna occupy the place for ourselves. There we go. And then there was one. Mount Gunbad remains. Thorgrim, you are going to move towards Deaddraw Gap, I think. Though I'm a little bit tempted to try to set you up an ambush. You should probably continue healing as best you can. Although,
retake the realms.
I wonder, how much would we heal if we are an ambush? Just out of curiosity. Go here. And see, actually looks like you're healing pretty well still. You know, that's not bad. You know what? Go right here at the edge of our territory. Oh, actually, never mind. You don't heal as much. Whatever. We're gonna trade these Slayers away shortly. And then we're gonna swap some units around. So, Barundin and Fimber. Fimber, you're gonna need the 2 Outriders from Barundin. And then you're going to go to the high place yourself. Oh, is it an ambush as well? Yeah, just go in ambush as well. Oh, man, alright. And then we will send Barundin out as well, but we'll actually put him directly in to the high place instead. I probably should have checked if there's anything that needed to be built here, and there probably will be, and just not right now. And we're going to send you to the high place. And then we're obviously going to trade these cannon to Burnoth together with the Grudge Rakers. Beautiful. Look at all these armies in one place. The greenskins in Mount Gunbad must be shivering. Alrighty. Quaking in their lack of boots. Now, Alaric and whoever else is down here. Okay, not Alaric. Constructor Morgrimmel, you all need to get down here. You've already reduced the construction costs here pretty significantly, but we may still build the granary, but we do still need to move down to Karak Eight, unless there's something to build to get Karak Draj, but not right now. Alright, so let's head you down. Trying to go through this fast as I can. Go. And then to Karak Eight, ye will go to make this free, and then back up northward. Yeah, it's gonna be every turn with these guys. Later on, once we're making enough money, I'll just put them all into one army, but in a little bit. Right now we need every single penny we can squeeze out of the out of our forces. Alright, the rest of this looks good, minus the fact that we need to put Karak now into Masters of Steel and Stone. We are not going to upgrade you next turn, or you. I guess if we do this right now, we can, you know, let's just do it right now and then switch you back briefly at least to venerate the ancestors. You're good as you are because we're going to come back around and build stuff here, and then Karak, you are good as you are as well in Masters because we need to build stuff here as we come back around. That said, Kazran Norgrimling, we're going to... I was going to say have you recruit stuff, but honestly it might not be worth it to have you do it, as opposed to the recruiter. So we'll probably send the recruiter around that way anyway. Alrighty, you two, you need to join the Corps of Engineers, so down you go. Keep moving towards them, please. Ah, look at that construction cost reduction. Ain't it a beautiful thing? Yeah, it's still too expensive without the rest of the Corps, though. Alrighty, fair enough. Now, we want to also try to set up an ambush here. So, Khazukan, and I know that this ambush thing didn't work like 50 times, but, well, 50th time's the charm. You're gonna stay right there. And actually, no, you're going to move close to vampire territory, like so. And then, we're going to send a Lyric Get Gold in raiding stance to raid this territory. To raid this thank you. And that will mean that we are in... We're gonna complete a quest, aren't we? And the raid any region belonging to the following race vampire counts. It's not a lot, it's pretty minimal, but we can't have the grudge stick around, obviously. Though I think we've been doing a pretty good job so far at dealing with grudges. They haven't been nearly as much a thorn in our side as the public order has been, which very much has been a thorn in our side. Next up, Grimly, you are going to lose your Master Engineer for a little bit. We're going to send him to find the High Elves. Do we risk doing it right now? It's unlikely that they'll be negatively inclined towards us. Actually, before we forget, let's double check our... Hello. Arguelon is willing to trade, and to a degree so is Vidrioth. Alright, ooh, okay, I'm glad I checked this. Let's go Arguelon, they're more critical than Vidrioth is. We'll also do non-aggression pact and ask for a little bit of cash for him. Or from him, rather. Ooh, okay, good, good, good. Keep climbing public order or relationship, and Vidrioth, you're also willing to trade. Absolutely fantastic.
What do you want?
And a non-aggression pact. Lovely. More allies to trade with permanently. We can also get the non-aggression with Torgavon. I guess he's seen that all the other little Wood Elf factions are willing to non-aggress with us, and he wants to fit right in. Reichland, we're gonna go for the military access. Ah, ooh, and defensive alliance immediately. Yes, please, to Reichland. This will probably discover a bunch of factions as well, but not much we can do about it. Like so. And we could go immediately into military alliance if we want, just straight up. It'll give us another decent amount of cash. Let's take a look at what else we can do, but we'll probably do it anyway.
One rag.
East now. Okay, well, Ostermark, you're probably gonna die shortly, but nonetheless, free money is free money, and free relationship with everybody that likes you, which is fine. Like Kislev, for example. I'd actually love to get some little Groms in our army. In several armies, in fact. I very much have a fondness for little Groms. I know that a lot of people don't like them, but after such a fairly difficult campaign with Boris Ursus, I've grown very fond of the artillery pieces. Anyway, Reichland, military access, or alliance rather, is probably worth it to us. And we could ask you to join a war, but is there anybody that we'd actually want you to fight right now? Probably not. Now let's just do the balance offer like so. And we will, however, have to build an outpost with you, which means, ooh, also Golden Order. Akka the Wild and Vlad von Karstans go with Vlad here. And then Reichland, you're the only ones we don't have an outpost with, right? Oh, we don't have one with the border prince. Yes, we do. Never mind. We don't have one with the western provinces. That's who I was thinking of. But do we still want to pay the gold for it, considering we only got not much? Also, does Altdorf have one? Yeah, it does. Alrighty, where can we build an outpost that is reasonably safe? Talabayam, perhaps. Not an option. We could do Ubersreich, right? It's an option. And it's reasonably safe because it has walls, even as a minor settlement. And I think the empire is not big enough. There is Middenheim, which is also an option. You know what, let's see the defenses at both Middenheim. Middenheim's kind of garbage in terms of defenses. Ubersreich, much less so. Alright, Ubersreich it is. That's where we'll build our outpost.
Welcome.
Where are you, Ubersreich? Right there. Alright, lovely. I want those fire rain rockets. Yeah, it did cost us money, but it's okay. Next up, diplomacy is going well. Retinue. Yes, I had something for you to do. These guys are moving down here and we will have to deal with them, so some of our money has to go to recruitment. We're gonna pop specialist on you, and we're going to go assault units. In the hopes of you succeeding at this. 7% to get wounded. Oh, please don't get immediately wounded again. Failure. Well, I was expecting the failure, not gonna lie. Desolation of Nagash. You have basically no garrison, or at least a very weak one. I do wonder, in 2 turns, would you be able to build one up, just a small one? And this would take 4 turns, so too long. But we could build, for example, a barley field for quarrelers, and a trinket maker. Probably better than the miners with blasting charges, I think. On the other hand, miners with blasting charges are pretty devastating to these guys, but they can't hold very long. On the other hand, there are no miners with blasting charges. Yeah, fine, alright. Let's do this. Barley field. Oh, 2,000 gold just for this. And Scrat Mine. And then you can stay here. We'll see if the enemy tries to move towards you, at which point you will recruit some rangers. And just 5, I think. Although if he goes for Desolation of Nagash, there won't be anything we can do about it. At least not with you. We'll set up a temporary lord there, hopefully with a with an explosive rune, though you wouldn't be available. Unfortunately, the only rune lord currently available is Scaff Hogmog. I guess we could summon a new one. Oh, actually, Mulgo here probably would have it. He has 1 point to spend, and thus probably the ability to get the rune. He has a level 4. Alright, that works. That works. Now, anybody else? Alaric Constructor Furbrow Grimly. Yes, I was doing something with you. Go to the High Elves, please.
I'll take the
And go find them, and I know that we don't have all the tech for them yet, but we will shortly. Grimly, you will wait for the return of your engineer, but for now move to Montenas, and then switch out with Barundan Stoneheart in a little bit. Also, I think the... I was about to say, the Grumbling Guard here are kind of wasting their time, but we could send them to Thorgrim, and though it'll take them 10 turns to come back, but I feel like in the meantime, maybe we'll use them to attack Sartosa, then we shall get them out. Alrighty, you keep going forward, please. I hope you don't find Nikari, though. Wow, the aversion is at minus... Okay, never mind, I should not have bothered looking for the High Elves. I didn't know it was that negative. Who are you fighting with? Scourge of Cain. Oh, wow. He's fighting Avalorn and Yvresse? Okay, well it looks like Ulthuan is an absolute shambles. You come back. Yeah. I know that they hate each other, but I thought it wouldn't be that bad. I thought it would be like minus 50. Yeah, this will counteract it a little bit, but not enough. I was hoping to trade with them, but I guess that's not going to happen. Oh well, what can you do? Hopefully they won't attack us, as they'd have to join war against a bunch of other factions as well, and they are fighting each other. Okay, well if we can't deal with that, we can keep dealing with other stuff. Barundan... do we move you to somewhere else now, or do we wait? I guess we'll wait until next turn, it's fine. Gradnar, we'd like to delete you, but also next turn, I think, even with the Fallen King Mountain having, well, fallen. And I believe that's it. That's all we can do in terms of non-money expenditure, though money expenditure there shall be. I think we're not going to upgrade Mount Silverspear just in case it gets attacked by Tower of Gorgoth stuff, but otherwise we will. Well, let's see about that money expenditure, especially in places where we don't have the Engineer Corps. So we don't need to do anything here. You're switching. Alright, let's check the places that are too far away from the Engineer Corps. That is not the Eastern Border Princes, but it definitely is Karak Eight. Public order is okay here, but Ugh, 3.7k for one drinking hall? Yeah, no, I feel like we're better off waiting for Constructor Furrowbrow to reduce the cost of that. You're reducing the costs here, but it's also probably not enough. You know what? I think we're going to hold on to the money then. We have to spend a lot of it shortly anyway for both recruitment and other stuff. And at least this way we can just end the turn. You know what? Also, just in case... Ooh, I was about to say, what if we join war with a couple of these guys, but if they're fighting each other... If we join war, then they'll probably hate us anyway for making a deal with the other one. And you're not fighting the Scourge of Cain. Yeah, okay, no, we're staying the heck out of Ulthuan then. Not that I intended to go up to Ulthuan, mind you. Alright, skip, Anasan skill points, skip building upgrade available, skip outpost upgrade available. Skip for now. And outpost available. You know what? If we're not going to spend the money on that, we will build the outpost in the western provinces. Is there anywhere that can defend itself? Looks like Shenwu is looking good. Let's do that. Not in the mountains. Yeah. Alright, good. More outposts available with allies. And how do the lizards feel about us? They do not like the treaties with the western provinces or the Burning Wind nomads, eh? Well, that's a crying shame. But once again, oh well. Alrighty. Now, does this increase our relation with the lizardmen? Yes, indeed it does. Alright. It may not help us against the elves, but this it will help. That said, before we end the turn, you, Ancestral Blood Morgrim, you need to get stuff. If we ignore Tough as Nails, which we probably should at first, we can get you Blade Master and Hard to Hit, but we can probably hold on to the rest of the points. I mean, we could get you a Foe Seeker at the very least, just so you can pump those dwarfen legs. Alrighty, so you're probably going to ambush. I doubt that you're going to attack us here, or I sincerely doubt it. Actually, I'm pretty tempted to send Belegar up northward as well. He's gonna have to swap armies out anyway. Watch this guy try to lightning strike or something Belegar because he's in march stance. He'd have to be pretty crazy. And then the same thing here. We're trying to ambush, so Khazukan. Well, let's get you your points, and you have a rally now. Beautiful. Because Vlad could be very threatening to you, and then Alaric. You have Axe Lord, and we're still building you out to be a bit of a fighter, but let's get you for now. I guess we could start going through obstinacy. Like so. Though we are going to delete you probably as well. I'll think about it. Do you have any wraiths? No, it doesn't look like it. Or Cairn wraiths, but yeah. Now we can end the turn, yes? Yes, that took too long, sorry about that. But we're preparing. Grudge removed, Bloodsucker Grudge, beautiful. Let's see if Vlad falls for our little ambush ruse here. Watch the elves immediately declare war on us, I swear. I wouldn't even be surprised. Alrighty, and it looks like the Orcs of Gunmad are going to back off. Oh, well, well, well. Too bad for them. Alrighty, which means Thorgrim and Belegar, you're gonna briefly swap your units with each other. Alrighty, Undead Conflict, good. Ally begins outpost construction, mission aborted the western provinces, ambush foiled, ally mobilizes towards settlement. I wonder where Vlad went. Border princes. I wonder if Vlad lost his main army. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Xerixil. At least it's only in Xerixil. I thought that this was everywhere. That would have been tremendously unfortunate. Also, I don't think we've read this. A Reckoner visits to inspect the Hold's books and ensure proper tribute is being paid to the High King, by which you mean Belegar. However, his laborious scrutiny has uncovered some creative accounting. Okay. Alright, so, let's do this. First of all, Gilbert, get the heck out of there. Stop finding elves. I should have known that we shouldn't bother finding elves. Then, it does look like you're trying to move up to Nagashazar. Huh. That's surprising. Recruiters, stay there. It's okay. If he wants to draw out the garrison, well, more power to him. Oh wow, he moved further than Retinue did. He doesn't have a bunch of blue line traits that will allow him to lightning strike. No, he doesn't. Alright, well then you don't need the Rangers, just draw out the garrison. Looks good to me. You're also a recruiter, but there's nothing that helps you recruit, but I guess we can start moving you through and towards Mason because of that, because you can be used for that particular purpose. Speaking of recruiters, this is something I've been looking forward to. Recruit Lord. Recruiter Scaff Hogmog at, let's say, Varenka Hills is the closest. Like so. Scaff, do you need any? No, you're fine. You are wait. Oh, damn, I recruited you in the wrong place. It's Eckendorf. I thought for a second that it was in Blood River Valley, but okay. We'll move to Eckendorf next turn. How much do these cost here? 510, 480. Not that expensive. But how expensive will they be with Recruiter reducing them further? And we'll see next turn. Okie dokie. Next up. We could send you down here. You know what? If we're only going to recruit 2 Iron Drakes right now, they're probably not that crazy expensive. You know what? Let's find out. Let's move you down here into Karak Eight Peaks. And we can't even access it. All right. We'll do so next turn or so. And you guys are good where you are. More importantly, it's quest time. Very, very important quest time. So, Belegar and Thorgrim. You guys are going to swap units now. Thorgrim, move here. Belegar, oh, this is putting you into an enemy territory. No, stay in our territory. Like so you can at least heal, and then do the swap. Like so. Alright, then, Thorgrim, you're about to fight, but let's get you 2 things. First of all, you probably want the Rune of Spite from... You know what, let's take it from Halkenhaf. Oh, ironically, who is in this army right now, but you probably can get more use out of it. And I'm too lazy to do your runes, regardless of the quest. I am not, however, too lazy to do the point assigning here. And let's see what we need here. Ah, yes, Sapper. Speed for all missile units. Most definitely. Definitely has to take priority over buffing you personally yourself. And then next up we have the Runesmith. Now, we do have Strike the Runes. We do not, however, have We Are the Elite, and we could definitely make use of the armor, putting the Rangers up to 70, almost on par with Quarrelers. And that's before we get to the better Rangers, the Bugmans. You have We Are the Elite, you have Keeper of the Gate, we are not rank 30 yet, but we can get Sparring Partner. I guess we could get Rune of Grimnir as well, or we could keep buffing up the Lord. Nah, I still think we keep buffing up the Lord. Let's go Like You Mean It, and then I guess Grimlock, though I still don't see the use of it, but just because it's the end of that line. And then the other thing, you are also going to go into Sparring Partner and Like You Mean It, because you also have everything else that is needed right now. Lovely. Oh, charge bonus and speed for accompanying... Oh, do both of you have a speed buff? I didn't realize. Yes, okay, making Belegar faster is going to be real helpful. Now, that looks good to me. So, the Armor of SKALDOUR. Win the following battle with Thorgrim. Description: an emissary from Krakadrak brings word that Troll Country, a malign wilderness in southeastern Norska, has seen a steady rise in the numbers of hideous creatures stalking its ice-racked forests and tundra. Countless numbers of trolls and giants, displaced by the increased competition for food and territory, are a threat to Krakadrak, whilst others encroach into the World's Edge Mountains and other civilized lands. It is time for a cull, and whenever there is a foul monster in need of vanquishing, there you will find the Slayers, death-sworn followers of the Slayer cult, and therefore ever in search of the most dangerous adversaries upon which to unleash their mighty axecraft. Well, I'm sure their axecraft is mighty, but I think we will trust the axecraft of the regular Rangers for now instead. And, oh, wow. Wow, yeah, okay, I appreciate the tip on this one. Damn. That is a lot of trolls and giants. Yeah, so if we had gone into this with Thorgrim's army, we probably would have won because he has all those Slayers, but man, would this have been tough. Yeah, he probably would have lost like half the army trying those. Though the artillery would have probably knocked the giants down, at least I'd like to hope so. Anyway, Rune of Slowness, let's put it on, I don't know, one of you frontliners. A Rune of Seeking and Rune of Burning. Burning on you, and Seeking on you. And then Rune of Penetration. Honestly, neither one of these is probably going to be very useful against the trolls, so it doesn't really matter. Standard of Discipline on, I don't know, one of you, it doesn't matter. And Stroller's Rune on, I guess you. You're going to be needed wherever. Oh, and I guess we'll keep the Companions of the Hall with Thorgrim, because he can both buff them significantly and reduces their upkeep by half, so yeah, that's nice. Alrighty, here we go. Exciting time. This looks like a very fun battle, if nothing else, but damn, that's a lot of trolls. Gotta remember that SFO trolls are very, very, very tough. The dwarfs plant their oath stones at a crossroads, a defiant gesture to the creatures of Troll Country. The throng will not be moved until the cull has happened. The Dowie will stand firm as wave after wave of monsters are drawn to what they think is prey. It will be a long haul, but the purge must happen.
It is time for a call, my kin. The creatures of Troll Country are naught but a nuisance, a menace to be laid low. To the slayers, I say, chant your battle hymns of doom, fulfill your oaths, and seek glory in death. To the rest of the throng, I have studied the pages of the Damaskron and found many, many entries of trolls, giants, and other fell things attacking dwarven families, stealing our treasures, and destroying our holds. These creatures are descending to those perpetrators, and the debt stands with them. Destroy these monsters. Bring them down like rotten algae trees, so we may raid their filthy lairs and reclaim lost heirlooms that belong in Karak. This is my edict as High King. Khazukan Kazakit-HA!
Alright, I kept waiting for a second speech. Speaking of speech, man, Thorgrim certainly can make a decent one. He certainly talked a lot more than some other quest talkers have done. But anyway, here we go. We did Vanguard deploy with our army because there are a lot of reinforcements, and I figured, why not destroy this little force before all the other ones get here? We're also pretty much in range of the giant and can hopefully bring it down before it can do anything here. But yeah, this is definitely a scary amount of trolls. That said, the giant is actually... Oh, wow, the grudge throwers can actually stagger giants. That's a little surprising, but pleasantly so. I wasn't expecting that. And damn, those quarrels. It's just completely bleeding from every part. Ouch. And that looked pretty painful. Alrighty, well, it looks like the enemies do continue to advance, but at the same time, 50 seconds in, the reinforcements have arrived pretty quickly, I gotta say. And it is even more trolls and more giant. Yeah. I think without the rangers, this could have been pretty darn dicey. Anyway, the quarrels continue to fly. And here come the hammers to stop some of those trolls in their place. And the hammers will probably stay with Thorgrim, so they may as well be here. Ooh, nice, they look like they brought a troll down, and it looks like this unit will be out of here as well. We're at 1:15 seconds. We are still, however, doing pretty well against this first army. The enemy lord is about to drop, and it looks like at 1 minute 20 seconds, or 15, I don't know, the second set of reinforcements arrived. Damn. These guys move in really quickly. Huh. Kind of surprising how quickly, I gotta say. Maybe it's dependent actually on how much damage the enemy army takes and has nothing to do with the amount of time. I swear that before the battle started, when we looked at the reinforcing units. It said like 1 minute and 30 seconds or 2 minutes until the reinforcements come, but yeah, it feels like they came in a little bit too fast. Not to worry though, it's not so far been too much of a problem, though the Rangers are starting to take damage, or not the Rangers, the Angrund miners. We are now going to have to turn towards the Trolls coming in from both sides here, so yeah, here they come. Now let's try to knock down both the Giants if possible, and maybe the enemy Lords as well, so I guess we got 2 more Giants and 2 more Lords to contend with, but Thorgrim can probably hold back the tide here by himself-ish, as he's going to be very hard to bring down. We still have our ghosty pals and our miners over on that side, as well as our hammerers over on this one. Looks like the next giant is being focused down pretty well, down to about half of its HP, or at least nearly so, and suffering the same death by 1,000 bolts thing that the first one did suffer. Might actually reach our battle lines, then we're going to move in with King Lun to try to stop him. Deadly Onslaught and Unstoppable Charge, and damn! Look at how hard King Lun hits, 1.1k damage. Very respectable, and magical damage at that, so it'll bypass the 10% resistance that the Savage Giant possesses. Looks like the Giant actually wants to go after our Runesmith, which I guess does make sense, as it's going to be a lot less threatening than King Lun is. And I imagine King Lun could have actually brought the Giant down by himself. Not to worry though, there's no need, as the Giant will rout under the fire from the Grudge Thrower and from the Rangers. That said, I don't imagine the Grudge Throwers are going to be doing too much, if anything, in this particular battle. 7k damage and 5k damage. You know what? That's actually a lot more than I thought it would be. I thought it would be basically nothing, so good job to them. And look at this. We got Thorgrim holding back an Orc Warboss and 2 units of Trolls. Although with a little bit of help from these Rangers, we can just back them off since he's holding back the tide. Very nice, Thorgrim. And he's I like how he gets up and bonks people with his axe there. It doesn't look like he slices, it just looks like he's just bonking them on the head. Hey, stop it. Get away. Only I'm allowed to be up here. Alrighty, well, a few more bonks and it looks like the enemy Lord's going to turn tail. And, well, no, actually, he's still fighting. He just decided to turn around for whatever reason. He's probably getting confused from all the blows to the head. Can't be that healthy, even for a greenskin. Alright, nice armor on this greenskin Lord, though. It got lots of spikes and all that stuff. Anyway, not nice enough to prevent the Quarrels and Thorgrim from dishing out the damage. Thorgrim at 15k, very respectable. Wow, I'm impressed at the sheer amount. In fact, he's on par with a unit of Rangers and has actually beaten a number of units of Rangers in terms of sheer damage. In fact, I'd say he's probably beaten most of the units of Rangers, with the exception of 2. Well done to them. Otherwise, it looks like a lot of the enemy Trolls are running away. They will rally, of course, but their leadership is low enough that we can make them break fairly quickly. And it looks like the battle is just about ours. The balance of power is about 90-95% in our favor, and now the enemy has lost the sheer mass of units that they had. Before they could reach our lines, but now every unit that individually comes back is going to be hit with a lot more Quarrels. They're going to rush back into our Hammerers, but the Hammerers can take it, and they will bring down more Trolls and force them to rout again. And I think this time it'll actually force them to shatter. And quite a few of them to die as well. And there we go, the units are shattered, the battle is over, the Lord, it gets ripped apart at the very last second. Didn't even have the chance to drop, but did die. And like that, the armor of SKALDOUR is ours. A heroic victory as well, and well deserved for the Rangers. That could have been pretty tough. That was a lot of Trolls and a lot of Giants. I wouldn't want to randomly run into an army like that on the field. I'm not entirely sure whether it would have been better to actually have them as one blob or as multiple smaller blobs attacking. It really depends on how we're deployed. I feel like the fact that we were able to deploy close to the first blob was really helpful. But on the other hand, all the enemies attacking us from every side halved our firepower into each direction and allowed the enemies to actually close, so I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Fun battle, though. Oh, alrighty, that was a lot of trolls. Once again, I really appreciate the tip on that one. I actually have changed my mind. I don't think Thorgrim's army would have survived, and the comment was correct, and we probably would have needed trollhammer torpedoes, but Belegar's army works just as well. The rangers are quite strong and might as well have trollhammer torpedoes, or trollhammer quarrels, as it were. Otherwise, we did take a little bit of damage, but yeah, the Slayers, at least in the numbers that we had them, and non-giant Slayers, would not have been able to deal with this. When going into the battle, I was thinking that, you know, we'd face off against the trolls in fairly decent time, as in there would have been time between the waves, but there really wasn't. We got hit by several waves very, very quickly, and from various different sides at the same time, which adds further to the difficulty of the quest. I really like that quest. Very nice, just by virtue of the, once again, the difficulty. Anyway, we are going to once again execute and loot, because we just can't pass up the chance for money. And Audacious for Thorgrim, yeah, sure. And another student, lovely. And there it is, the Armor of SKALDOUR. More money, more casualty replenishment rate, but more importantly, the control plus 25 for all provinces for 2 turns. Absolutely beautiful. Let's see what our public order looks like now. Plus 35. Oh. Oh, we haven't seen this in quite a while. Oh, right, and the Confederation ended. Oh, actually, out of curiosity. Quick deal. Yeah, not even close for Confed. Well, that's fine. You know what? We needed the public order. We could probably switch off of the Venerate the Ancestors, but you know what? Let's leave it on for the 2 turns just to maximize the sheer amount of public order that we gain, and make as much good use of it as we possibly can. Alrighty, well, with that complete, you guys can swap your units back around, with the possible exception of the Ekron Miners, but the Companions of the Hall can go to Thorgrim, because I did want to get another engineer into the Belegar army. Okay, they're not one of these engineers, though. Those are unfortunately not good enough to serve Belegar, but that's fine. You guys are gonna swap around like this, minus the companions. Alrighty, and I'm sure there could be some nice loreful aspect of why the Companions of the Hall have been transferred to Thorgrim as well. Just to watch over him, or maybe as a, I don't know, something to do with the High King bending the knee to the King of Eight Peaks. The even higher king. Alrighty, well, we will need more hammers for you, but that's going to take a while, so instead I think we'll start off by using you to recruit a bunch of Longbeards for Thorgrim instead. He's gonna need an army, especially if the Slayers are gonna go to Khazad-dûr first, and then hopefully Karak Eight later. Actually, speaking of, is your army alive? By the looks of it, it probably is. Yes? Oh, look, there's the Great Orthodoxy. I wonder, are they hated by Kislev in this one? Yeah, they kind of are. I don't want to screw up our chances of being friendly with Kislev by allying with these guys, at least not at the cost of not having a trade agreement, so we'll probably hold off on that for now. Possible defensive agreement with Wissenland. No, we're not gonna do that, because Durthu has a tendency to attack Wissenland in my experience, and I'd rather not risk it. Anyway, I think with that, this is a good place to end the episode, so I am going to call the episode here. Next time, we advance upon Mount Gunbad, destroy the Crooked Moon Mutinous Gits for good, which thereby will give us the short victory condition, giving us more hero capacity, and even more importantly, even additional control, which is going to be very useful. Otherwise, Belegar will move on to trying to take the territories from Grimgor, as well as moving southward to the Knights of Kalador as fast as he can, and then we will be, well, we'll be recruiting our gyrocopters, as well as our Longbeards and our Iron Drakes for our new armies, which I'm extremely excited about. So stay tuned for all that. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.